Graduates and guests, if you are able, please stand.
I declare this congregation for the conferment of degrees open. Please be seated. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to your graduation at the Liverpool's Philharmonic Hall. I'm Provost and Deputy Vice-Chancellor Richard Black, and it's my absolute pleasure to be awarding you your degrees today. First of all, I want to reassure you that I'm not going to speak for very long. I'm sure, graduates, that you are eager to celebrate with your family and friends, but this wouldn't be a graduation ceremony without the formalities that we will come to shortly. You're graduating today from an esteemed Russell Group university, the original red brick university, home of bold thinkers and an anchor institution in this great city of Liverpool for nearly 150 years. This university's mission is simple, and it hasn't changed from day one. It is for the advancement of learning and ennoblement of life. When the university received its Royal Charter in 1903, this mission wasn't just fancy words. It was a declaration of intent. The founders of this great university believed that knowledge should be used not just to get jobs, but to elevate humanity, learning with purpose that uplifts, enlightens, and equips you to work with others and to make a difference in the world. Today is all about celebrating you and your achievements. But to get to this moment, you have not been alone. Indeed, to coin a phrase, you'll never walk alone. You have been supported by, and I believe will always be supported by, your university community. So a few shout-outs. First of all, to the lecturers and supervisors who've taught you, the colleagues who run our libraries, sports, accommodation and other campus facilities, the Guild of Students, and your friends, flatmates and classmates with whom you have shared ideas, questions, successes, challenges and highs and lows along the way. Graduates, please join me in thanking all of those in the university community who've helped you along the way. There's a lot of clapping today, by the way. Second shout-out is for the city of Liverpool. Whether your memories are of the city's world-famous and thriving music, arts and culture scene, of watching football at Anfield or Goodison, or of late nights in the Baltic Triangle or the library, you can't have missed its friendliness. Liverpool is frequently ranked as one of the friendliest cities in the world. I hope that, like me, you have fallen in love with Liverpool and will always feel at home here. And a third shout-out. University is a life-changing experience. It won't always have felt easy. Nothing truly worthwhile does. You've had to adapt to new ways of learning and living and be resilient, determined, and focused. Cheering you on from the sidelines have been the guests that you've brought with you today and others watching online at home. Loved ones who've provided support in a multitude of ways over the past few years and probably throughout your whole life. They will be bursting with pride, so let's give them a big round of applause. Now, we live in an age where a university education, what it's worth and what it achieves, is sometimes questioned and debated. Graduate outcomes, or in plainer language, the jobs that you will undertake and what you will earn, are metrics by which individual universities are compared and ranked. This matters, of course it does. It would be naive to suggest otherwise. But what also matters, and these two things are not mutually exclusive, is the foundation of universities as institutions where knowledge is created and disseminated. For societies to develop and improve, knowledge must be shared and passed to the next generation of people. Graduates, to succeed in your chosen careers, you must embrace this. In any profession, you need to balance working alone with being part of a team, working towards common goals, innovating, thinking critically together and independently. You have begun to develop these essential life skills here at the University of Liverpool, and as you go forward in life and work, you'll need to continue to actively listen to other viewpoints, accepting that we all have different personal experiences, values and beliefs, and that these are all valid. You will sometimes need to compromise and change how you feel about a problem or a question. You will always need to work with others, finding solutions and putting these into practice. So carry on trying to find the answers that might address the world's greatest challenges. Never stop trying to make progress. To quote another football motto, nil satis nisi optimum, nothing but the best is good enough. So this morning we have graduates from a wide range of subjects: English, philosophy, politics, sociology, social policy, and criminology, and combinations of all of those. All have different approaches to understanding, and despite these differences, though, and being in two different schools, you all belong to one faculty, the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. This is home to one of the UK's largest concentrations of research expertise in the humanities and social sciences, and home too to big ideas, huge creativity, and cultural exploration. Thank you to the graduates from our Department of English, who continue to be so actively involved in our annual literary festival, now approaching its 10th year and showcasing some of the city's best authors, poets, and screenwriters. And thank you to every student in the department who contributed to the National Student Survey securing the faculty's highest response rate, enabling us to continuously improve student experience in future years. Thank you also for rating us so highly. Graduates in philosophy have been active too. For example, Ada Malagoska, Beatrice Wright, Alex Norman and Alexandra Berry, all students on the MA in Art, Philosophy and Cultural Institutions, won the Culture in Crisis Employability Challenge with their guide to sustainable events, Rave, Reuse, Repeat. Meanwhile, Masters and PhD candidates from the department have hosted the Ethics Cup, a regional schools competition where secondary school students compete by debating a wide range of ethical and social issues. And then there is Sociology, Social Policy and Criminology. This year marks the 120th anniversary of our Sociology department. It makes it one of the oldest sociology departments in the UK. Some of today's graduates from the department enjoyed a study trip to the city of Krakow, whilst others have done fantastic work with the charity Interchange, which connects voluntary and community organisations in Merseyside with our research expertise. Thank you all for your dedication and contributions. Now, shortly, when you graduate, you will go on to become a member of our incredible global alumni family, a community of over 270,000 people spanning 171 countries. Your University of Liverpool journey is only one chapter in your story. When you turn the next page, you become our greatest ambassadors. It is through the achievements of our alumni that we are known. You are role models for the next generation of graduates in your field. So, stay in touch and tell us what you are doing. Remain curious, keep asking questions. Keep learning throughout your life and be generous with your time, stopping to help others. And remember why you chose your academic discipline in the first place. If you feel passionate about what you do, it's easier to do it with enthusiasm, energy, and commitment. Carry Liverpool and the University of Liverpool on your sleeve and in your heart. Thank you for listening, and many congratulations, class of 2025. I now invite Professor Peter Booth, Dean of the School of Arts, to present graduates from the school for admission to their degrees.
Good morning, everyone. Before I start, a warm Liverpool welcome from everyone in the School of the Arts, and of course, enormous congratulations on your achievement today. We're very proud of all of you. Provost, in the name of the Senate and the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, I present to you for admission to the degree of Doctor in Philosophy in this university, Ziwei Guo. Stephanie Hernandez. Sebastian Cosbial. Holly Morton. James Paul Walsh. Jessica White. And Marta Zanuko. Degree of Master of Arts, Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, Margarita Kitsu. And Qian Yang Li. and Liuru Tan. Degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, English, Harriet Byford. Catelyn Louise Cox. Adam Christ. Bobby Ford. Madeline Forster. Christy Gillert. Carly Griffiths. Elizabeth Griffiths. Amy Hanbury. Dylan John Heaney. Sarah Herbert. Jessica Jackim. Matthew Johnson. Emily Mae Jones. Abigail Kennedy. Berthan Kolchak. Yichun Ling. Ebony McKellar. Sophie McHugh. Jasmine Milton. Caitlin Parr. Beth Prendergast. Lauren Francesca Rivello. Sarah Ross. Sophie Ryan. Karina Sahota. Kaijun Shu. Sophie Snodden. Anya Stavely. Catherine Ann Stenhouse. Holly Stone. Charlotte Tilley. Shangjun Wang. Millie Ward. Tia Whiteman. Amelia Woods. Tien Yan J.C. Yue. English and Business Studies, Yuan Ji. Lily Jones. Tian Wang. Yiwei Wu. Shijie Zheng. English and Business Studies with a year in industry, India Forgrave. English and Classical Studies, Miley Bitez Jordan. English and Game Design Studies, Sebastian Joseph Kelvin Elms. English and History, Nia Bottom. Simon Bernard Tonkard Crossman. Georgina Dale. Flora Day. Tara Oakes. Rachel Odling. English and Philosophy, Kate Felicity Fitzpatrick. Rosie Howard. Catherine Kelly. Maisie Rathmel. Lucy Thatcher. English with Communication and Media, Sarah Butler. Beth McEachern. English with a Year Abroad, Lizia Wright. English with a Year in Industry, Caitlin Elizabeth Williams. English Language, Sania Aslam. Maisie Baker. Joshua Buse. Lily Burke. Matthew Caslin. Freya Cranmer. Victoria Cummins. Annabelle Green. Daniel Harding. Sue Joyce Heaton. Madeline Lowe. Harriet Parker. Isabel Penfold. Abby Robinson. Jessica Rudling. English Literature, Rachel Alcock. Heidi Balaam. Lily Ball. Molly Barker. Hannah Beckett. Orion Bentley. Georgia Berry. Pasha India Burchell. Jasmine Caddick. Christy Campbell. Ellie Champion. Esme Chetkuti. Megan Colling. Abigail Cook. Megan Catherine Cooney. Hannah Corner. Ellie Cox. Eliza Kraber. Rachel Dunn. Tilly Mae Rue Evanson. Joseph Farrelly. Jessica Fawcett. Chloe Ivy Fletcher. Ebony Gilliard. Jack Hatton. Ruby Hayes. Katie Healy. Rhiannon Kate Henderson. Kate Hillard. Karis Helen Hooper. Elizabeth Horwood. Joanne Perry. Bethany Irvine. Blake Jones. Chelsea Jones. Grace Kennedy. Lara Susan Kodja-Aulu. Kate Little. Jack Lyko. Megan Lloyden. Athien Maslin. Rachel McCormick. Jessica McGarvey. Molly Erin McHugh. Caitlin Mercer. Jody Anna Moon. Anna Murphy. Libby Newbold. Joe Novelli. Michael Daniel Owens. Safa Arfan. Amelia Parsonage. Ava Perry. Daisy Peters. George Pitchell. Thomas Pitaluga. Emily Reynolds. Morgan Richards. Evie Rose Rushworth. Vani Sagu. India Mia Scott. Megan Shields. Benjamin Shipston. Archie Shires. Theo Smith. Tyler Smith. Ella Starling. Georgina Tate. Libby Isabel Thompson. Tahani Udin. Eve Charlotte Waterhouse. Maya Watson. Kyra Lee Winnera. Evie Wilkinson. Ava Jane Williams. Kelly Williams. Amelie Wolfe. English Literature and Game Design Studies, Lucy Kirkpatrick. English Literature and History, Megan Christina Dempsey. Samantha French. Andrea Jones. Gabrielle Rose Jones. William Smith. Penny Smythe. Anna Watson. English Literature and Philosophy, Asha Bagchi. Patrick Hill. Nanako Tara McGurk. English Literature with Drama Studies, Lily Victoria Loco Williams. Olivia McDermott. English Literature with a Year Abroad, Caitlin Baker. Kendall May Bird. Film Studies, Fionn Llewellyn Jones. Film Studies and English, Samuel David Gordon. Liam Guy. Heidi Long. Marisa Patel. Joshua Piper. Luca Vitorino. Hannah Wright. Mathematics and Philosophy, Rowan Benham. Eliza Calvert. Rasheen Hines. Alexandra Maisie Jane Jefferson. Aaron Moran. Philosophy, Alex Bain. Isabel Joy Boone. Patrick Dominic Cunningham. Owen Evans. Grace Flynn. Catherine Forward. Lucy Hilton. Cara Hoety. Sarah Finna Christensen. Emily Muhammad. Rachel Mooney. Charlotte Moran Hollis. Harriet Schofield. Ella Shani. Robbie Stephen Short. Ella Smythe. Mary Vero. Philosophy and Game Design Studies, Noah Bradshaw Swan. Philosophy and Politics, Adiraj Ahuja. Evan Andrew Joe Askew. Riley Bennett. Eleanor Colston. Jacob Crapper. Daniel Joseph Crick. Lewis Critchley Hope. Tobias Doniak Hughes. Connie Dredge. Lauren Hartland. Cameron Haynes. Joseph Higgett. Lawrence Park. Freddie Saunders. Ellie Jane Searle. Rufus Self. Zara Shah. Millie Shoan. Alicia Stapleton. Philosophy and Politics with a Year Abroad. Sebastian Finch. Philosophy with a Year in Industry. Anna Novak. Philosophy, Politics, and Economics. Honey Barlow Marshall. Maisie Bennett. Emma Chapman. Chin Yu Chu. Umar Dadabai. Chirag Dosgos. Ivana Dubuk Guevara. Lily Rose Gallup. Liam Griffiths. Thomas Grogan. Thomas Harrison. Keelan Hennessy. Gabriel Housecroft. Patrick Hull. Oliver Gerard. Wali Khan. Ines McAllister. Amanda Mercier. Sebastian Renier Wilson. Sophia Sampara. Maya Sharma Vu. Ethan Shaw. Samuel George Walsh. And Henry Williams.
I now invite the public orator, Professor Bruce Gibson, to present the honorary graduate, Hugh Jenkins, for admission to their degree.
Provost and Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Hugh Jenkins is an alumnus of the university who has combined great success in the world of finance with outstanding work in the field of philanthropy, and the university is proud to celebrate his achievements with the award of an honorary degree today. Hugh grew up in the West Country, but sees his years in Liverpool when he was studying for his BA degree in social studies with a focus on psychology and sociology. He sees those years as a decisive, formative period in his development. He recalls with great warmth the vibrant musical scene, the cosmopolitanism and the general creativity that characterized life in the city and in the university. It was a remarkable and exciting time to be a student. The study of psychology would of course turn out to be invaluable later on for Hugh in terms of his understanding of financial markets and the fears and hopes of market participants. After graduation, Hugh had not initially planned to go into the financial world, and he considered a range of options, including the possibility of working for ICI. There was also the familiar lure of spending time abroad, especially as Hugh's father had been posted overseas during his childhood. After an exciting spell in Hong Kong, working with HSBC, he then took an MBA back in London, just around the time when the Big Bang of October 1986 was revolutionizing the working practices and culture of the City of London. That world was opening up from being a closed environment that favored existing privilege into something more meritocratic, and Hugh would go on to excel in his career as a specialist in equities, working at UBS Investment Bank, where his sense of global opportunities meant that he had complete command both of the detail and of the broader trends in areas like US and Asian equities. In due course, he would serve as CEO and chair of UBS. Hugh then moved on to work with BTG Pactual, a major Brazilian bank where he is vice chairman of the board. He has spoken of his sense of the miracle of Brazil's extraordinary economic growth and the opportunities that it provided. A key moment was his recognition of the potential of commodities markets as a means of securing growth. More recently, he has led Engelhardt as chair and CEO since 2016. Importantly, decarbonization has been a major interest for the company as they look to move away from buying and selling physical commodities towards contributing to the transition to lower carbon energy through supporting providers of intermittent renewables. This work is all the more important as the world contends with the sobering fact that the rise of AI means that demand for electricity is in some jurisdictions becoming much greater. Throughout his career, Hugh has had a strong sense of the social responsibility that comes with financial success. He recalls how a colleague's tragic family illness was the spur to reflection on how best to contribute. Hugh has been tireless over many years in supporting a whole range of philanthropic causes. External organizations that have benefited from his leadership and dynamism have included the Great Ormond Street Hospital in London and the Lincoln Center in New York, as well as the London Business School and the Old Vic Theatre, where he is currently a trustee. Hugh has also been an exceptional supporter of our own university for many years, reflecting the importance for him of his own time as a student at the University of Liverpool. He has been a major donor for university campaigns with a focus on children's health, such as the Alder Hey Institute in the Park and the Centre for Better Births at Liverpool Women's Hospital. He has likewise enthusiastically contributed to the University of Liverpool Management School, not only in giving talks, but also in supporting a PhD studentship in social entrepreneurship. Provost and Deputy Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Council and Senate of this university, I present to you for admission to the degree of Doctor of Laws Honoris Causa in this university, Hugh Jenkins.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, Honoris Causa, in this university. Congratulations. And it gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Jenkins to address the congregation.
Good morning, everybody. Provost and Deputy Vice-Chancellor, members of the Senate, faculty, graduates and graduates-to-be, family and friends. It's a tremendous honor to accept this honorary degree today, particularly here at the University of Liverpool, my alma mater, and actually particularly this morning because my degree was quite similar to the degree that many of you are receiving today. I graduated with a degree that some might have called curious: psychology, sociology, and economics. But actually, that eclectic foundation has proved to be a real benefit throughout my life. To have a flexible point of view is a powerful thing. The world does not move in straight lines. Markets shift. Technologies definitely disrupt. Politics often surprises. What matters is how you react. Being able to think across disciplines, adapt quickly, think both critically and creatively is what gives you the edge. My time at Liverpool taught me to look at the world from multiple angles, to understand people, systems, and the stories we tell ourselves about progress and change. It did not point to a particular career path, but it gave me the tools and I think the curiosity to find an interesting one that was in itself an eclectic journey: a banker, a corporate executive, and most recently an entrepreneur. Liverpool in the early 80s was quite a special place. It was a city under a lot of pressure, both politically, economically, and socially. And yet, it was also, as it is today, a place of resilience, original thinking, some very good music, and no small amount of spirit. I learned a lot outside the lecture theatres about complexity, about communities in flux, and about how people respond to crisis. Those lessons have stayed with me throughout my life, whether navigating financial storms in New York, regulatory challenges in Sao Paulo, or political uncertainty in Hong Kong. To those of you graduating today, let your education remain a launching pad, not a box. You leave with perspective, adaptability, and with a foundation strong enough to take you anywhere. And when something excites you and scares you in equal measure, don't be afraid. Take risks, not reckless ones, but bold, thoughtful ones. The most meaningful parts of my life and career have come from grasping opportunities, from saying yes to challenges before I felt fully ready. I didn't always succeed, but I always learned. Thank you again for this honor, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2025.
I now invite Professor Valsamis Mitsalegas, Dean of the School of Law and Social Justice, to present graduates from the School of Law and Social Justice for admission to their degrees.
Provost, I know it's getting hot, but please allow me before we start to congratulate, also on behalf of my colleagues in the School of Law and Social Justice, our wonderful students on their amazing achievement. Best of luck for the future. Congratulations to all. Provost, in the name of the Senate and the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, I present to you for admission to the degree of Doctor in Philosophy in this university. Eleanor Lita Godwin. And Mohammad Masood Norouzi. Degree of Master of Research, Criminological Research, Charlotte May Brown. And Social Research, Sean McCormack. Degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honors, Criminology, Youssef Yaqub Y.H. Al-Kenji. Lily Allen Smith. Nur Hilal Ali Al-Salmi. Hannah Jane Atley. Amy Baldwin. Annalise Barnes. Isabelle Bellier. Shannon Birkin. Grace Biddle. Rosanna Bonner. Katie Brain. Mia Seren Brooker. Leona Byrne. Daisy Kappelman. Dominika Cioffi. Honey Angel Sophia Cole. Aimee Grace Concannon. Alexander Cowan. Louis Craze. Afia Cunningham. Faye Dawson. Catherine Elliott. Maisie Fairhurst. Zoe Fox. Isabel Beatrice Goodchild. Maisie Grimes. Amelia Groom. Lauren Guimaraes. Grace Hall. Charlie Hammond. Evie Healy. Olivia Henderson. Madeline Hill. Lauren Hodges. Autumn Horsfall. Alexander Eidson. Alex Christopher Jones. Alexander Johnson. Eddie Johnson. Man Khan. Kira Kotecha. Bobby Kristovich. Finley Law. Jude Lloyd. Victoria Lynch. Francesca Mantle. Catherine Matthias. Eleanor Mills. Shahad Mohammed. Lucy Isabel Moriarty. Holly Margaret Moy. Ella Mulgrew. Lara Nelson. Francis John Newsom. Abby Paddock. Joshua James Passmore Matley. Elisha Patel. Daisy Peachy. Rowan Proudly. Laura Quayle. Summer Oktina. Gabriel Russo. Madeleine Solkeld. Mev Shaw. Isabel Stevenson. Max Stratton. Daisy May Swinburne. Anna Tatum. Annie Taylor. Leo Taylor. Matilda Tier. Harriet Beatrice Thomas. Olivia Thompson Ruddy. Safia Turk. Victoria Waldowska. Charlotte Wells. Melissa Whitworth. Daisy Wilcox. Hannah Louise Williams. Elise Wortley. Shirley Yu. Criminology and Sociology. Maisie Baines. Constance Volchin. Georgia May Bedford. Eve Bloomfield. Chloe Bobbs. Kezia Edwards. Emily Fitzgerald. Shannon Gervin. Jasmine Haas. Ella Hayes. Naomi Marsh. Macy Martin Moss. Bethan Parry. Eva Grace Roberta Plant. Emily Richardson. Lucy Taylor. Molly Thompson. Mia Borsman. Connie Wallis. Sasha Walpole. Aled Williams. Freya Wynne. Criminology and Sociology with a year abroad, Louise Cliff. Criminology with Social Policy, Evania Burton Anguros. Chiara Ann McHugh. Lola Plunkett. Criminology with Sociology, Charlotte Buck. Dan Katalin Digori. Catalan follows. James David Malcolm Hart. Alice McGann. Libby Sanger. Emilia Sin. History and Criminology, Charlotte Alton. Chloe Hughes. Imogen Kendrick. Samuel Reeves. Law and Criminology, Emily Anderson. Emilia Brush. Chloe Burdett. Jasmine Francesca Hurd. Emily Elizabeth Howard. Evie Lamb. Courtney Rose Mode. Jody McCall. Chloe Minkley. Dilara Eschelik. Anna Percival. Abbas Shah. Hannah Venn. Alice Wilkinson. Ella Williams. Karenza Williams. Politics and Criminology, Joseph Cowley. Sebastian Kimber. Caris J. Bloom Power. Sociology, Emily Clark. Dulcie Dockery. Ellie Edwards. Phoebe Evans-Jones. Isabel Foster. Elizabeth Gordon. Molly Griffin. Ruby Guthrie. Madeleine Horobin. Lauren L. Humphreys. Emma Hurst. Lucy James. Ellie Mae Johnston. Kate Latin. Mandy Lee. Natasha Mead. Ruby Morgan. Lark Mundy. Lily Nixon. Thomas Noonan. Lucy Oliver. Harry Olsen. Oluwatomfumi Opeyemi Opeleuwa Onakoya. Kate O'Neill. Ellie Louise Price. Isis Smith. Morgan Taylor. Lucy Tannard. Lily Watson. Pippa Wollstonecroft. Iris Yassin. Sociology and Business Studies, Laurie Dyer. Alice Fletcher. Sociology and Communication and Media, Iona Davis. Sociology and English, Roberto Blagonsky. Caitlin Johnson. Molly Nichol. Sociology and History, Charlotte Elizabeth Skelton. Sociology and Philosophy, Daisy Allardyce. Jane Hall. Sociology and Politics, Annalise Marie Cannon. Chiara Ellis. Natalie Feast. Owen Fitzgerald. Sociology and Social Policy, Lola Bryant. Victoria May Craddock. Neve Harrison. Sophia Merad. Sociology and Social Policy with a Year Abroad, Beth Bryant. Sociology with Criminology, Lucy Barrett. Natalia Clayton. Matthew Coggan. Rhiannon Daniel. Shannon Harris Callahan. Madeline Hughes. Sophie Leonard. Lily Miller. Ella Pierce. Kimberly Pert. Abby Elizabeth Wrigley. Louis Williams. Sociology with the modern language, Sofia Venizelos Rodriguez. Sociology with social policy, Jemima McQueen. Ibitamuno Alali Sekibo. Catherine Thompson. Ellie Ward. Madeline Winred. Sociology with social policy with a year abroad, Martha Cook. And degree of Bachelor of Arts, Sociology, Charlotte Milling. Provost, I make application to you to confer degrees on those candidates in the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences who have not been presented in person, but who have satisfied the examiners and who have indicated that they wish their degrees to be conferred in their absence. I certify that they are worthy to receive their degrees, and I stand as proxy for them.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I admit to their degrees those presented in person today and those for whom you stand proxy. That's it. Congratulations. You are graduated. I would now like to invite Kate Latin, who's graduated today with a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology, to join us on stage to reflect on their student experience.
Vice-Chancellor, Provost, distinguished guests, friends, family and fellow students. It is an honour to stand here with you all today as we celebrate our incredible achievements over the last 3 years. First of all, I'd like to extend a huge thank you to the academic staff, and in particular within the Department of Sociology, Social Policy and Criminology. I'm sure as students all agree that your passion and expertise that you've shared with us over the last few years has been truly invaluable. I have no doubt we will take your lessons, both academic or otherwise, with us through our upcoming journeys. To the incredible support staff, your tireless assistance and guidance throughout this turbulent period has been absolutely crucial. We are all so grateful for your hard work, ensuring that order is restored in the midst of any chaos within the department. Your work will never go unnoticed. The School of Law and Social Justice, our wonderful building, has provided us with an energetic and dynamic environment. This place has punctuated our studies with laughter, concentration, sometimes procrastination, but it will always be a place of innovation. It has been a site which welcomes and nurtures our curiosity, a space where we could share our ideas and collaborate, sourcing us with both academic and personal development. I'm sure many of us will miss the SLSJ atrium, where we could study, socialise, exceed our daily caffeine intake, and most importantly, to track down our supervisors before they escape back up to their offices. I would also like to express a huge thank you, or should I say, my deepest sympathy, to all of our family and friends for putting up with us throughout our time here at university. You've supported us unwaveringly, dealing with our many meltdowns and our breakthroughs, offering us a shoulder to cry on or an uplifting pep talk. I certainly needed grounding after being hypnotised by hours of reading dense social theory. But honestly, I'm sure that I speak on behalf of all of our graduates when I say that our achievements would not have been possible without you. So thank you. I would like us graduates now to reflect back on when we first began our degrees. As a student within the social sciences, I remember thinking how shy we all were in those first seminars. No one wanted to be the first one to speak, and group work felt like torture in those 9 a.m. sessions. But looking back, once the ice was broken, we were all gradually able to flourish in these settings. Once faces and names started to feel more familiar, we grew in confidence together, and those once nerve-wracking environments began to feel like a safe and friendly space to share our thoughts and opinions, no matter whether we'd actually done any of the reading or not. Our first year, back in 2022, starting in the midst of a cost of living crisis, or what some people call the COSI lives, which I'm assuming was some sort of twisted coping mechanism, which was also a really interesting time for us students to begin. I remember learning about the extent of food insecurity in the UK, and also realising that some of us would actually qualify under those definitions, which was certainly a surreal experience. But I'm sure that our students can all agree that this city has offered us such a strong and supportive community. The spirit of Liverpool, with its beautiful architecture, cultural richness, buzzing nightlife, and of course its wonderful people, has been the most amazing place for students to complete our studies. I love this city, and I hope that wherever my further studies take me, I endeavour to give back to this place, which has provided me with such first-class opportunities and experiences. I would like us now to take a moment to acknowledge how lucky and privileged we all are to be attending this ceremony today. As recipients of degrees and having the chance to celebrate our academic achievements, this is unfortunately an experience that not every student has. Being a university student in Gaza is no longer a possibility, since all of their universities have been destroyed by the Israeli Defense Forces as of 2024. A generation of students has been lost, and it is important for us all to acknowledge that unfortunately education is a privilege. I hope we can all take this disturbing fact with us and use it as a source of motivation in our future endeavours to make sure that education is a universal right and to resist against these horrific atrocities. Now, not to get all sociological, but coming together as individuals during our studies, through collaboration and fostering a community throughout this process, we have all achieved something greater than the sum of its parts. Not only are we standing here today with a degree, but we are coming out of this university with lifelong friends, valuable experiences, and newfound passions, which will take us with us into the next chapter of our lives. Let us use this energy which we have created together and carry it with us through whichever avenues we may be entering in the future. I'm so grateful and honoured to be standing here with you all today, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for us all. Congratulations, graduates, and remember, you'll never walk alone.
Thank you, Kate, for those words. Also, thank you, Peter and Valsamis, for reading out all the names today. That is it, so I declare this congregation for the conferment of degrees closed. Enjoy your day.
Graduates and guests, please stand. Congratulations on your graduation. Enjoy the rest of your special day.